This is Twit.
Wait, we didn't even talk about market cap, though. That meaningless statistics.
Yeah. So if you look at the graphs of the charts of Microsoft and Apple's market cap, they parallel. And then there's this brief moment in time where Apple goes, vroom, and Microsoft keeps going up. And then Apple, I think, came back up. But briefly, Microsoft was worth more than Apple. And you want to take a victory lap? Is that it?
No.
It's like 1 second.
Think I feel like it's a number that's kind of meaningless, right? Market cap.
Well, but I've always said that. But the worst thing is, unfortunately, and you get this, Mary Jo, I know you do. The audiences that read our stuff or watch this podcast, there are some among them who take great delight in every misstep that Apple makes or every problem they have or whatever.
Well,
and
I do.
They will be.
I personally love it, but
you shouldn't. But but let me throw cold water on this little celebration. The problem with it is, remember the Steve Jobs quote, back from when Bill Gates was about to appear like Big Brother above his head, the Boston Mac, Macworld event. And he said, we have to get over this notion that for Apple to succeed, Microsoft has to fail. People booed him and everything, Problem is, in this case, for Microsoft to succeed, Apple had to fail. Microsoft didn't do something awesome that catapulted their market cap past Apple. Apple just has been having all kinds of problems. It's the only reason it happened.
Right.
So, celebrate all you want, guys. But unfortunately, Microsoft didn't do anything to make that happen.
No.
And that's the little, what's the opposite of a silver lining? Little dog poop in a bag or something? I don't know, whatever that metaphor is. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I just think it's funny to see all these headlines everywhere like, look, Microsoft, the most valuable company in the world. I'm like, yeah, okay. If you count market cap as a true measure of anything, and
it's
if you
a
think
measure of something. I mean, it's a little more real world than, say, commercial cloud.
Right. Well, so the actual definition of market cap, which I always look up every time because I'm like, what is it again? It's number of companies' outstanding shares times the current market price of a share, right? So, okay, whatever that number is worth,
but it is a way to measure companies' relative values. And but the thing I would say to this is, this summer when we were running up to which one's going to be first to 1 trillion,
All right.
There were 4 companies in the running at the time. Apple was always in first place, but Amazon and Google and Microsoft were always in the running, and the 3 of them kind of went down slightly different paths, but I think the important thing to note here is that all 4 of these companies are ginormous, and they all have very similar market caps. And that any one of them could buy most of the rest of the tech industry if they so desired, and there were no regulations against that.
Yep. So there.
I don't know. Does that count as a victory lap? I don't know.
When you look up the definition, I'm just curious, does market cap include, is it only outstanding shares or does it include shares held by the company?
I think it's outstanding.
Outstanding. So that's another, not to be pedantic.
Well, it's meant to be, in other words, this is the public value of the company. And I think part of the reason why it's a real world number sort of is somebody might want to buy that company. You know?
Right.
How much would that cost?
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it would cost a lot.